Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. Let's start with the daily for Bitcoin where we are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse for an impulse finished here as a bull run, of course, from the 15k to the 115k and above. And of course, since the market was not satisfied with this high, we saw, of course, a correction, but after followed by another correction in an upward direction where we got the new highs, meaning an A, B, and a C expanding flat wave B, of course, overpassing the wave A here, taking the 1.38 fib level perfectly as a wave B, and then moving toward the downside for a wave C in a form of a wave 2 here as a bear market ABC, and then moving again toward the upside in a massive bull run for a wave 3 over 200k expected. Now, basically, this, of course, is very clear that it is corrective since we have left the acceleration channel. As you can see, we are ranging inside the base channel, could not leave this base channel. We tried several times with several failures. And of course, coming back here after a fake out to this corrective channel downward, where we are still ranging right now in it and even below the base channel. That means, of course, this base channel is potentially starting to be, of course, eliminated. Now, of course, to be very sure, we need to exit the base channel. Once we exit the base channel, meaning, of course, definitely there is nothing impulsive anymore there. And of course, it might be a potential wave C here unfolding toward the downside in a wave 2. Now, the highest possibility on the daily here is the ABC, as we mentioned. As you can see, we have a potential W, X, and a Y in three waves, three waves correction in between. Very nice W, X, and a Y. As of course, comparison between the W and the Y, everything looks perfect. Now, after this, we got, of course, the 1.38 as mentioned, very perfect, and rejection was very clear as well from there, and it was impulsive so far on the daily, where we are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 1. Currently, you have finished potentially wave 2. Can be not finished yet. Yes, it can be. We can still go for higher prices, but not the new highs potentially here. And you might still, of course, move for a wave 3 here, 4, and a 5, of course, to hit this area. As you can see, the timing for a wave 2 is very already close for the current price action. And that means, of course, the 0.38 fib time here is very, very close to be hit. And that means, of course, in case that we get a very fast move, and we drop down inside this box here, it can be a fast impulse downward. And that because we are already very close to finish a wave 2. That because, of course, the bear market has started already from that point here on January 2025, where we saw already a wave A and yet the wave B. And currently you're finishing this bear market with an aggressive move downward toward the 70k, where you have a very strong support area over there. Yep, so this is the highest possibility right now for Bitcoin, what we are looking for the next possible scenarios. Now, of course, there is one bullish scenario still probably playing, but of course, it's a very hard scenario to be played, and that because, of course, you are in an ultimate bullish, meaning 1, 2, 3, wave 4, and this is a wave 5 extended. And that means you are looking at 1, 2, 1, 2, another 1, 2 here, and you're looking for 3, 4, 5 for 5 toward the upside to finish up, of course, for 5 above 200k directly. And that means, of course, in case that we are here in double 1, 2, this is your second 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, A, B, and a C, and this is impulse is kind of like a wave C, might be, of course, an ABC, hitting perfectly the fib levels for a wave 2, and then, of course, pushing very high for a massive wave 3 toward the upside in a bull run. Now, yeah, very hard possibility. First, of course, the length of the time here required, and also the wave 2 time is too much. Plus, internally, we didn't get any kind of signal of strength, meaning I would like to see 5 waves up, 3 waves down, moving toward the upside. Internally here, you don't have any kind of 5 waves up. So if we take a look here exactly in this form that we got already, this is not, of course, something impulsive. this is definitely something corrective, which is a W, X, and a Y. Here we go, and potentially hitting the zero point 0.5 fib level, which is a perfect fib level for a wave 2 after an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. W, X, and a Y in a wave 2, and we drop down in a wave 1, 2, and potentially continuation toward the upside. So as you can see, even more answers were given after the three waves corrective with a drop down here. We don't see yet any kind of signal of really good bullish scenario or five waves moving up. We don't have here even 1, 2. Obviously, this is an ABC and we drop down as well. And that because, of course, after a potential finished wave 1 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, we finished a wave 1 or a wave A, opening two scenarios and two possibilities on the micro level. So basically, the first scenario is the impulse that we talked about it, a finished wave 1, finished wave 2, you're looking for a wave 3, meaning this is a 1, 2, you're looking for a massive wave 3 toward the downside to be unfolding, of course, as we mentioned on the daily. In case we are in a wave C, the timing for wave 2 is very already close, so it can drop very, very fast if it wants to. Another possibility that it opens here is, of course, the diagonal, where you might have a potential 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. So if this is your wave 3 here, taken, of course, from this wave 1 to the 2 here, as an ending diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in case we are also in an ending diagonal smaller one, which it can be here also, can be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 unfolding as an ending diagonal for a wave 1 again. And that means, of course, your wave 3 has to hit between the 104 and 103K. In case that the price anyway is gonna get to this area in both case scenario, but in case that the price gets the 101K 900, meaning breaking the 102K here, that means, of course, we are looking at the scenario of a wave 3, meaning 1, 2, 3 here. Once this become, of course, longer than this wave 1, it's not allowed in a diagonal. Therefore, wave 3 might unfold, of course, below the 101K 900, and that is a signal, of course, that we are going in a very massive wave 3 in case we break the 101K. And yep, so these are the possibilities right now. Of course, where the pressure is downward, higher possibility is to move for lower, of course, for Bitcoin. And we're still looking for around the 70K as a bear market. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.